A few moments later.
Let's go, Krypto! Let's get out of here!
I'm sorry, but any excuse to strut on you and put this bad boy on, I'm doing it. Don't forget the boots too. Superman fans, we were blessed today because although a 5-minute preview of James Gunn's Superman premieres in front of the Minecraft movie, they decided, forget that, you don't have to pay a ticket to that movie. Instead, they released that full clip online for us to gander at. And this is actually extremely funny because no joke, I was like minutes away from buying Minecraft movie tickets just to go see that preview footage, and then it hit online. Did not go through with those tickets. But it's okay, because we here now, boys, and we's gonna talk about that Superman movie. I really need to know your guys' opinions, whether you liked it or disliked it, because I am seeing people on both sides. And don't let this Superman costume fool you or my excitement for the movie. I'm gonna be honest about how I felt about this sneak peek. Alright, so yes, this is also the same sneak peek that was shown at CinemaCon for attendees earlier in the week, and it's an extended look at what we saw in the trailer once Superman calls for Krypto to take him home. And I gotta tell you, I was a little blown away and caught by surprise with the look of some of this footage. Because from the way it's painted in the trailer, it feels like it's supposed to be kind of a heartwarming scene with just a little bit of lighthearted tone to it, but when looking at the actual clip, I was surprised at how much it was played up for laughs. Krypto comes in a zooming, and being a dog with supernatural strength just starts pounding on Superman and making him more injured. I gotta admit, that made me laugh, and it took me by surprise because some of the visuals I was seeing, like with Krypto grabbing Superman's foot and moving him around like a rag doll, those are just not visuals we usually expect with Superman. And that's what already I'm seeing as one of the big complaints, and I totally understand because we see Superman as this ultra super powerful being, and especially if you love the Zack Snyder version, which I do appreciate, he was rarely ever put in those kind of compromising positions. But I get what James Gunn is going for. He kind of wants to take away that godly persona away from Superman and humanize him a bit, make him more relatable. I still think that's why they led up with this being the first shot of Superman in the trailers, and now seeing this scene even further, it's a really vulnerable Superman, and I'm open to it. And even just focusing on Krypto, I knew he was probably gonna be acting like a dog, but I was not expecting him to act this much like one. Krypto is for sure gonna be won over by dog lovers because we can all remember a puppy or a dog that we had that acted exactly like this, just bouncing around, jumping, biting, and wanting to be playful. And it is kind of funny to see some people complain about Krypto the dog acting like a dog. To me, I find it cute and all, and like I said, because I'm a dog owner, it's very much in line with what I've seen, but maybe I understand those people who aren't dog people and are just kind of like, yeah, I get it, he's cute. Can we focus on Superman? Because I am seeing those people voice their complaints. Another big thing I want to talk about is the vibrant colors, the bright look, and just the way that Superman suit is popping. I've basically done a whole 180 turn on this Superman suit where I went from feeling like, oh, they messed up. This is not the suit that they should have picked out. They should have gone with something different. But the more I see it in action and the more I see the way it just pops on screen, I love this suit and the choice of colors that they decided on. From there, though, we see Krypto drag away Superman to the Fortress of Solitude that comes out from the ground. All beautifully shot too, by the way. I don't think the CGI in this clip looks bad at all. You can obviously tell when some things are CGI, but I think it is still very detailed and actually looks like an expensive effect. And I can say that here for the Fortress of Solitude. I also love how it's coming out from the ground. It's not something that's just always standing there. It's only there for when Superman needs it. That way other people can't come to it. But we have seen other shots of the trailer where it looks like Lex Luthor and his thugs are going to the Arctic, probably to get to Superman's Kryptonian technology, which will then lead to some disaster and destruction. That's gonna be heartbreaking. Really a big fan also of just the door having the Superman emblem and then opening up to reveal the Kryptonian bots.
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate. We have no consciousness. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
I really wasn't expecting this kind of vibe in the movie, but when I really think about it, it just embraces the comic book side of this Superman, and I feel like maybe that's just something we really haven't had in previous iterations. A lot of the previous live action iterations of Superman are really trying to ground him in some sort of reality, not dive too deep into the weirdness, and yes, I can get why some people would call this weird, but I totally feel the comic book inspiration and James Gunn wanting it to feel more like the Superman cartoon as opposed to any other medium. The Kryptonian tech is also pretty interesting for me because they kind of have a retro feel to them, and that just also isn't the vibe I was expecting from the Kryptonian technology. But the Fortress of Solitude, man, it is grand, it is big, and I love the set that they built for this. Now, I did hear some people say that you can kind of hear some whispers off in the distance, and that is supposed to be the voice of Jor-El. I can barely make out who that is. I know we've heard rumors of the big actor who is playing Superman's dad in this movie. I won't say it here in this video in case you don't want that spoiled for you, but to me, that voice does not sound like that actor, so I wonder if it's someone else. You guys let me know if you can pick up who you think this voice is. The bots then take Superman to this chair where they're trying to analyze his injuries, and man, Superman has gone through it.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lung.
I can only imagine this is a result with his battle with Ultraman. This person we're assuming is like a Superman clone of some sorts in all black that Superman fights in the trailer, but for all we know, this could be a result of his kaiju battle, or maybe even him fighting some of his friend co-workers that we know he's supposed to butt heads with in this movie. After analyzing his injuries, they decide the best course of action is just to hit him with amplified sun rays, and again, I'm loving that they're bringing that inspiration from the comics that is the source of Superman's powers when he is on Earth, and the fact that they have a machine to heal him up like that, awesome. And I can't lie, I kind of loved seeing Superman scream at just taking in all that energy. That's the same thing that happens to me when I get hit with red lights. All leading in to a couple of clips that we've already seen from the original trailer and that swell of music. I can't help but to get goosebumps, to get excited. I'm still not gonna deny it is a very unexpected tone. There are a million different decisions in this movie that I just did not see coming, but it still has me looking forward to the movie. I feel like James Gunn is gonna end up delivering something that the audiences didn't know they wanted from a Superman movie, and it's really catching us off guard. Now, if it ends up not working at all and just feeling too strange, I'll be honest, but right now, I am loving a lot of the unexpected route, the vibrancy of this movie. I really hope this movie ends up paying off. What do you guys think of this Superman preview footage? Did it meet your expectations? Would you have preferred something else? Anything I think, be sure and like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Super Chris. Take care.